Alright, what is up, guys? Action Figure Addict 112 here, and we are going to sit down and we're going to talk about some figures that I have not really covered on this channel. Sometimes I'll do Joy Toy reviews here and there, but I don't really cover 1/18 scale as much as, I would like to, because I collect 1/12 scale stuff and I collect 1/18 scale stuff. So finding the balance between the two is kind of difficult. And then, in terms of stuff that I want to review, I mostly review just 1/12 scale stuff unless it's a Joy Toy set that I want to sit down and talk about more and get my thoughts out on. But anyway, I want to talk about these Jazwares 3 3/4 inch Fortnite figures, because Jazwares has impressed the fuck out of me these past few years, between the Fortnite stuff, the AEW figures they put out, even though I have issues with them on that, because the fact that it's this fucking difficult to find AEW figures out here already is just no. But I'll get my thoughts out when I sit down and review John Moxley. The UFC figures, I was very impressed with those. The Halo stuff, when they got the Halo license and we saw what they were putting out, what they were gonna put out at Toy Fair. I have almost everything from the Halo line. I think I'm missing one of the vehicles and a couple of the Covenant figures, but in terms of the UNSC stuff, I have quite a bit of that stuff. But the Fortnite figures, I really wasn't going to get into these, but Strident had really encouraged me, and I would say gave me a positive push to try them out, and I did, and I picked up one of them, and then it ended up going into two of them, and then it ended up expanding into what you see now. I can't help but want to pick some of these up, even if the new ones aren't out right now. I can always go to Ross and they'll have Fortnite figures out the wazoo for like $4 to $5, and I'm like, you know what, I can't pass that up, especially for how well engineered these figures are and how nicely sculpted and painted, and how the articulation feels and how they feel in hand. They definitely feel 10 times better than a G.I. Joe figure. I really like that. And I like having unique characters in 1/18 scale, because I can pretty much repurpose these and use them for either my universe or whatever. If I want to make my own character, I can use one of these and it works. So with that being said, let's sit down and let's talk about these, because I have been wanting to, for the longest time, sit down and talk about some Fortnite figures, and show off what is out there besides the usual shit, which is Hasbro. I could go on and on and on about Hasbro's bullshit, but I won't. I want to sit down and I want to talk about these. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's talk some Fortnite figures. And let me gush about how much I love these little figures. Okay, so I think... Well, let's go ahead and let's talk about the one that started it all, and that is this guy right here. This is the one that started it all, in terms of me falling down this rabbit hole. And that is the Eternal Voyager, I think is his name. So yeah, it was around the time where I think Strident first started collecting these for his son, and I think he started telling me about them, and I was kind of hesitant at first, but I would say he positively encouraged me to, or encouraged me in a positive way to try these out. So I did. I found one of these, what are they called? They were called like jumbo pinatas or something like that. And it was on clearance, because I guess it'd been damaged or something, but everything was still inside. So I bought it because I wanted the figure to try it out. Because I mean, first of all, it's a spaceman. You know what I mean? It's an astronaut, so of course I'm gonna be interested in it. Because you know my love for space and anything that has to do with space, of course I'm gonna be interested in it. So I picked it up. I went home, I opened it, got rid of the confetti and all the wrappers and shit for the guns and backpacks and stuff, and I opened him and I started messing around with him, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna fall down this rabbit hole now. So yeah, because I mean, first of all, I was really impressed with the amount of detail that they put into the sky. I mean, look at all that detail. I mean, that's a lot of fucking detail for a 3 3/4 inch figure. Like all of the padding underneath for the suit, the little communicator that's up there, and that's actually either painted, well, that little orange little button or something is painted, but I think that's a little small decal. But I mean, all these little teeny tiny areas are painted, and I was like, holy fuck, I am like impressed as hell. And then you even have these little triangles down here that are painted. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, it's minimum paint in certain areas, but it's so well done. And then even this little skull over here, I was like, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, and then I had him posed around on, I think my Mafex stand is what I had him posed around on, and I had him with pistols, and I was trying out different guns with him, like trying to see which ones he could hold and which ones he can't. And yeah, it was just really cool. And I found one of these little backpacks from one of the what are they called? Adventure something things. Those ones at Walmart and stuff, or I think, what is it, one of the Chat May things that I bought at some point. I got the backpack from it, and I put it on here, and it looks pretty cool. He looks like an astronaut, so I mean, that's awesome. I mean, you can never go wrong with a figure of an astronaut, because we don't really get shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, when the hell was the last time G.I. Joe gave us anything with an astronaut? Like, what, the Defiant? Like, that was it. Like, that's just it. And then maybe the Battle Force 2000 stuff that people didn't like for some reason, but I think some of the designs were cool. And then, yeah, it just kind of started falling into different things. So, and they even had some cool little designs that I liked. I was joking around with my good friend Blino Dave. He has a channel on YouTube, which is Blucker's Toys and Collectibles, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. And he's a huge fan of dinosaurs. So McFarlane did a 7-inch version of this guy, and I'm surprised he didn't pick it up to be his mascot. But anyway, I found one of these 4-packs at Ross, I think, and it was like really cheap because it was missing an accessory or something like that. And so I bought it because I liked a couple of the, what's it called? a couple of the characters in it. Like it had Cuddle Team Leader, which I don't know where I put her at the moment, but I have her around here somewhere. And if I find her, I'm gonna stick a picture in here of her. Probably maybe in the beginning you'll see her. Um, so I'll have to try to look for her and put her in there. But I love that design. It's very Left 4 Dead inspired type of design there, where it's like the bear head is clearly looks like it's handmade or something like that, or like you could stick her in a zombie apocalypse or something and she could just I don't know, she could just fuck shit up. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, this guy's really cool. His name is Rex, and his little backpack that he's supposed to have has like a dinosaur tail on it. It's pretty funny. But he didn't come with it, unfortunately. But yeah, this is pretty cool though. I love it. Like, you see what I mean? Like the unique designs. Like he has the scales going down the sides of his thing, the sides of his arms. And he's got like a little communicator or something there. It's wanting to focus on everything else, and now it's wanting to focus on, there it is, right there. And then of course the head is just the helmet, or the headpiece is fucking hilarious. It's just a T-Rex that's like roaring, and he's got kind of the derpy eyes up there. It's just funny. Like, it's just a unique design. Like, I don't know where I would put him, but I would find a place in my collection to put him. But it's just really funny. So, you know what I mean? You'll get characters like that, which I think are cool. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk about these two, because I got these two at Ross, I think. Yeah, I did. And then there were two others that I got at Ross, but we'll talk about those in a minute. So, this girl here, her name is Technique, and this guy is the Visitor. We'll talk about Technique real quick first. I really like this design. She's a kind of graffiti artist or a tagger. And you can definitely tell that she is, because she's got the sweatpants going on there. She's got the puffy Converse shoes, because that's what they remind me of. I have a pair of these, but they're in blue. She's got her hoodie going on. She's got her hood up. She's got her cap, her little piece of hair hanging in the front there, and her little respirator. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. So she was like one of the first like female figures I think Jazwares did for this line. And I've seen her several times at Walmart when they first started hitting, and I was like, I don't really know. Maybe if I wait a little bit, maybe I'll find her cheaper. And I did. I only paid $5 for her. So, yeah, it's cool, because, I mean, again, you can stick her in anything. Give her a gun, and, maybe she can be one of those, like, runners from Watch Dogs or something like that. A hacker, or a net runner or something like that. I don't know, but she's cool. She's cool as hell. I'll give her that. And even the eyes and shit are really nicely painted. Like the head's painted. Everything else is really nicely painted. And that's why I'm impressed with this, because had Hasbro done this shit, it would have been all sloppy. Like, you know what I mean? Her eyes probably would have been fucked up. Her zipper and stuff like that, and her hoodie, her gloves, it would have bled into the skin tone. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Look, she's got a little graffiti tattoo there. But yeah, it would have been all fucked up. Like her shoes, the lines on her shoes would have been all fucked up and stuff like that. And they just would have been like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. The usual people would have been, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I love it. I love it. Because it's Hasbro, it's G.I. Joe. But yeah, it's cool though. She's cool. She's dope. The thing with me though, I always cut trigger fingers for them, so that's kind of one of the things I wish that Jazwares would do, because a couple of the guns that they have in their Fortnite wave, they have trigger holes, so you're gonna they kind of force you to cut trigger fingers for some of them so that they can hold their guns. Um, like what's it called? Um, Master Key, which I'll get to him in a minute. And then I think Calamity, I think maybe too. She might have trigger fingers that had to be cut. But yeah, some of the guns, like the sniper rifles and some of the machine guns and some of the handguns, they kind of require you to kind of cut trigger fingers, otherwise they won't hold them right. But that's easily fixable. If you have an X-Acto knife, you can pretty much fix that. So let's talk about this guy, because at first I wasn't really interested in this guy, but then as time progressed and I found him at Ross, I was like, I'm gonna have to get him. So I, like many others, were very disappointed with Cyberpunk 2077, the way that CD Projekt Red decided to release the game, especially on the quote-unquote old generation consoles, which, let's be honest, no one can find the fucking PS5, or the Xbox Series X, so technically I would still consider the PS4 and the Xbox Series S to still be current gen consoles, but maybe that's just me. But anyway, yeah, I was so pissed about the way the game came out, and I couldn't even play it, so I went to GameStop. I think it was that Sunday that I was off, or maybe it was Monday. It was like Sunday or Monday, or maybe it was the day. No, I think it was that Sunday after I got the game. And I bought The Outer Worlds and I bought Spider-Man PS4 because I think they were on sale at that time. And I played The Outer Worlds because I was like, I was expecting to play, an open world RPG like that would run at least decently. Like, I knew the graphics weren't going to be what we saw in the trailers for the game. Like, that was obvious that that's running on, a very fucking powerful PC, like with the top of the line graphics cards, like top of the line GPU, CPU, you know what I mean? Like, expensive ass computer parts in that case is what's running that fucking game at that kind of high graphics. So I knew I wasn't getting that, but I was at least expecting the game to at least run for me, which it didn't at all. And so I was like, fuck this game. I gave up on it. And so I went and I bought The Outer Worlds and I popped it in and I set up my character and I started playing and I fell in love with the game immediately. Like, I knew through the trailers that came out that I was going to love that game because it immediately drew me in. Like, the fact that we got sci-fi going on with some of the guns, like the Shrink Ray and some of the other guns that are in the game. You have, what's it called? You have, all different kinds of characters from all different, like ethnicities and all that stuff going on. You're fighting big ass like alien monsters, and you're fighting bandits. You're going to different planets. You're meeting different people. You can have your own crew. I'm just like, you get your own ship. I'm just like, yes, this is what I've been wanting for the longest time, to have that kind of Cowboy Bebop, but in a video game. You know what I mean? Because Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite animes of all time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love My Hero and I love Kill la Kill, and I love the first half of season 1 of Sword Art Online, and I love, animes like that. But Cowboy Bebop was like that shit applied to me, and I loved it. You know what I mean? And I always wanted that kind of, to be a bounty hunter type of thing, to be like a gunslinging badass in space with my own crew, and you know, what's it called? Go to different planets and fight, you know, outlaws and stuff like that, and you know, raid places and take shit and sell different guns and stuff like that, and get different guns. So yeah, that game applied to me heavily, heavily applied to me. So when I saw this guy at Ross, I was like, oh fuck, this looks exactly like one of the armors that you can get in the game when you kill one of the factions in the game. You can get this armor, and I was like, fuck, you know what? I kind of want to get this, and I bought it, and it's cool. He came with a gun, a backpack, some like building materials and other shit. But I was mainly interested in the figure, the backpack, and the gun, because I was like, yeah, this is straight Outer Worlds shit right here. Like, you know, and the fact that he's called the Visitor, I was like, yes, he literally looks like he would be going around to other planets, visiting, you know, trying to find a bounty, maybe, or maybe trying to right wrongs, or, you know, like he looks like a lone gunslinger. Or, you know what, maybe it's a girl, you don't really know, because it's, you know, you can't really tell what's underneath this armor. So, you know, maybe it is a girl, but like, you know, the parts are, you know, the more obvious parts are compressed with the armor. So yeah, you know, it's just really cool. It's just really fucking dope, and it reminds me of the Outer Worlds, and I love it. So if you like stuff like that, I recommend checking out the Outer Worlds. Just saying. So while we're talking about space stuff, though, let's go ahead and let's talk about these two here. So we have, I think his name is Cyclo, and you have the Ultima Knight. So I want to talk about the Ultima Knight first. So this guy I got on my birthday. I went into Target on my birthday, and I was like, you know what? Even though this year sucks ass, maybe, you know, I can treat myself like I do every year and get myself something for my birthday. And I did. I found this dude, and I bought him, and I think I bought a couple of another figure that I need to show off. Yeah, he's just so fucking cool, and he's in something called a hot drop pack or something like that, where he came with a bunch of guns, and he came with that big ass warhammer that he has, and he came with the shield that you plug into his back, and he looks awesome. He looks like a king, you know what I mean? He looks like a king or a knight, or like a boss from Destiny, but he looks like he would be in space, and maybe he is a king or something like that, that he's just ruling over a fucking kingdom in space. And you know, they're a very wealthy kingdom because he's wearing gold armor, so, you know, obviously they're probably a wealthy kingdom, and that's probably what it is going to be. But I love it. I just love it. And the warhammer itself is like, what the fuck, man? Like, I haven't seen this with any other character, so I'm pretty sure it's just specific to him, which is dope, you know what I mean? And he can two-wield the hammer as well, so it's cool. But I mean, look at all the different details that you're getting. Like, you're getting a mix of chainmail, a mix of just armor. You have these rubber parts here for the skirt. You have different areas on him where he has clips and different shotgun shells and rifle clips and different magazine pouches. So, you know, it's dope. Like, he looks like if he needed to go to war or he needed to fight, you know, he would be ready. Because not only would he go out with a fucking warhammer, he would also go out with, you know, maybe an assault rifle or something like that. So it's dope. And what's also cool is that Joy Toy just came out with 3-pack that is in this kind of gold color that I'm probably going to pick up and have with him. Now Cyclonus, or what's his name? Cyclo, I think is his name. Again, we're dealing with another space character. So he's kind of got the, what's it called? The white eyes there. He's got like the translucent part. So I don't know. Maybe he's made of, some type of like nebula, or maybe he's made of a star or some type of space, compound or something in space. But again, he looks awesome. And I couldn't pass this guy up because he came with some shit that reminded me of a gravity hammer from Halo. So, yeah. And he's got like tubes running through his boots. He's got tubes running through his chest. He's got that little breathing apparatus there. So, I don't know what I'm gonna have, what story I'll have him have, with his backstory as to why he looks like this. But, I don't mind, figuring that out, because that's one of the great things when you have a character or characters that don't have a name, that don't have anything attached to them, that you can give them their own story, that you can give them their own thing going on. So it's cool. So Singularity, we're going to talk about her, and X-Lord here. So yeah, these two are also dope. They have that futuristic kind of design going on. Hang on, let me kind of zoom out here so you can actually see what the fuck is going on here. So with X-Lord here, he came in a vending machine with what's it called? I think he just came with the vending machine by himself, and I found it on clearance or something. And again, thank you to Strident, because he brought this up in one of the content kind of drops that he does on his Patreon, where he'll do these kind of vlogs, and he'll be talking about stuff. And he was talking about how him and his son kind of go to Target, even though we're in a pandemic, they don't go out that often. But when they do get to go toy hunting, they look out for each other, where he'll look out for stuff for his son, and his son will look out for stuff for him. And they came across this guy in the vending machine, and he got it for his son, and he got to pick it up and take a look at it, and he said that it was one of the coolest action figures that he ever got. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to try him out since he's on clearance. And I bought him, and I have to agree with it. It is one of the coolest action figures I think I've owned. That's 1/18 scale. Because, I mean, look at the design. It's so unique. Like, it's some shit I've never seen before. But it's cool because he looks like a bounty hunter. And that's what I plan on having him do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what his name will be, but I know that he looks like a bounty hunter, and I have him set up like a bounty hunter. I gave him some pistols from the Final Faction weapons packs, and he looks awesome. I mean, he's got his cool, Adidas shoes, or, his drip shoes. He's got the cool jacket. He's got that badass helmet that mine came with the little QC issue on there where it's chipped. But you know what? It adds more character to him, because how did his helmet get chipped? Did it happen while he was, trying to track down a bounty? Like, did he get into a fight with someone? How did it happen? You can kind of make your own story on that. So it's cool. It's really cool. So I like it. And someone else that I picked up that I think I'm going to have running alongside him is this guy who also came in a vending machine. and he is by far one of my favorite Fortnite figures I think I picked up this year so far, and that is Ripley. I mean, I can't help it. Like, you look at this design, he's so happy. He's a little bubble, and his body's made of water. He's such a happy bubble, but yet he's all tacked up and geared up like he's, like he's going on a rampage or something, like he's Rambo or something. Um, so I guess that'll be the joke that if shit gets serious between these two, and they have to kill somebody, if they have to bring in someone dead or alive and they choose dead, then that is what we're dealing with here is, he'll smile while killing. He'll just happily take your ass into, intergalactic jail or something, and he'll get his bounty and he can spend it on whatever. So it's cool, you know what I mean? Again, another unique design that I've never seen anywhere else. So yeah, I love that a lot. So we get to talk about Singularity now. So I have to thank Allende for even pointing me in the direction of Singularity, because I didn't even know that she existed until he said that he picked her up and one of the rogue agents at Walmart, and I was like, wait, what? This is a figure? And I kept looking and I couldn't find her, and then I went in one night after work and they had her, and they had one of the rogue agents, so I picked up one of each, and I was really impressed because I was like, fuck, this is a really cool design for a character. And she looks very Titanfall-esque, but the body says Titanfall, but the helmet says Val from Halo 5, because that's exactly what the helmet looks like. So you can tell that whoever came up with this design is, a big Halo / Titanfall person, because that is what I'm getting from this design, and she's dope. And the fact that I can get her in this pose and she doesn't want to fall over is perfect. You know what I mean? So it's just awesome. So she's going to be going with Talon. She'll be one of the villains of Talon. So you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll talk about the rogue agent, because I haven't gotten to talk about him. So I picked up quite a few of these. I think I picked up altogether 6 of them over a period of time. I didn't find 6 of them in the store and bought them all. I think it was just, if I found one here and there, I picked them up. And I plan on having these as a kind of air troopers for the Baku squad for my team for Company 76. And I mean, look at them. They look like Allende said they look like Steel Brigade. And I was like, you know what? They do look like Steel Brigade. They look like a cooler, more futuristic version of the Steel Brigade that Hasbro just never would do, because Hasbro is just stuck on putting out the same shit, because the creative team is just not what it used to be. And he's dope. I mean, he's got the bandana going there. He's got the badass helmet with the silver going on. He's got the armor underneath, the kind of Halo armor underneath, the camo pants, the boots. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking down with this. So I have a few jetpacks and stuff like that I've been putting on them. And this is how the final product looks with them. So, that is how they're looking. And I have some guns planned out for them that they're going to use. But again, you know what I mean? Like $10, man. $10. Let me say that again, $10. And yet, you have Hasbro wanting to put out fucking lame ass, reused, for the millionth time, G.I. Joes for $12. I'm like, the fuck? No. No, you can get out of here with that shit. So then we have this guy. I think his name is Archetype. I think it's his name. And this guy, I picked up a few of these. Actually, no, I picked up I think 2 of them, and my good friend BX Punk, he helped me out. He found one of these at a Ross, and you know what I mean. Look at the design. You know what I mean. He looks like a sniper, like a futuristic sniper or something from like Titanfall, and I love it. You know, he's got the pouches there. He's got that there, and guess what? None. This right here doesn't get in the way. Why? Because it's made of a soft rubber material. So you want him to crunch. You want him to move and do all that. He can crunch. He can move, and all that shit doesn't get in the way. Hasbro, they would have just sculpted that shit out of hard plastic, and you wouldn't have been able to do anything. So, you know, props to Jazwares, because their engineering team is on point. All right, it's on point. Their creative team is on point. You know, they are getting shit done, and they're getting my money in the process because they're putting out quality shit. So yeah. So I've been picking up, I think I have 3 of these, and that's what I'm going to call it at with those. Let's see. We'll go ahead and we'll talk about 8-ball here. We'll talk about 8-ball and the, what's it called? I can't remember what his name is. The something knight. The something knight. I can't remember his name. But anyway, it's one of the knights. They did a 6-inch figure of both of these guys. He got a 6-inch figure first, and then he got a 6-inch figure recently. So I haven't seen it though. So, you know, I haven't seen it, but I've seen that they have their own 6-inch figures. But anyway, these 2 came in the bigger vending machine. Hang on one second. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, these 2 came in the bigger vending machine, which I did pick up because what is it? I think the company that I work for, last year they gave us all Amazon gift cards. I think they were like $25 or something like that, and I was like, yeah, I appreciate that as my bonus, you know, on top of what I got, but I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna spend this on. And then I was like, oh wait, there's that vending machine that came with these 2 that I wanted to get, and I was like, you know what, I'll just get that, and I did, and it was a very big box, and I took out all the what's it called? Jesus God. I took out all of the confetti and shit and got rid of all the baggies and opened up all the weapons and shit and got to these 2, and I'm very impressed because Jazwares also put this in there too, which is also cool. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a little campfire that whenever you hit the bottom of it, it lights up as he tries to knock over Baby Yoda back there. But yeah, you can see that. It's cool. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that you can use that for pictures and stuff is just, it's cool. But these 2, I'm really fucking impressed with these. Because, I mean, look at all the detail. I'm pretty sure his name is Lava Knight, or it's Molten Knight, or something like that. But yeah, he's got like molten lava sculpted on him. He just looks very evil. You know what I mean? And he has the same backpack as Ultima Knight, but his is like a darker gray and has orange in it. So, but I mean, look at how fucking detailed that is. Again, I can't stress enough like how detailed these figures are. And this is Fortnite we're talking about. Like, Fortnite, guys. Fortnite. and they're that fucking detailed. Look at that. And he came with this cool. They all come with what's it called? Harvesting tools, I think they're called. But some of them are cool, and some of them are kind of corny, so I didn't really include them with them. But with this guy, it's cool because it's like some type of pick, but it looks like, if he swung that at someone, he could kill them. So it's cool. Like, he looks like some shit from Dark Souls. So I like it. I like it a lot because you can stick him on a what's it called? You can stick him on, like, a different planet or something where it's like a lava planet, or I don't know, something like that. But he's cool. He's cool. I like him a lot. Like, it's the same with Ultima Knight. Like, I really enjoy him. Now 8-Ball, this is some unique shit going on, and I'm trying to find Scratch, which is his rival, and I can't find him anywhere. And they said that he's seen him like 3 times. My friend BX Punk said that he's seen him. I've been checking Target, I've been checking Walmart, I haven't seen this dude anywhere. I even checked Ross, because apparently he was showing up at Ross. I haven't seen him at all. So if I do see him, I will be picking him up because, yeah, the fact that those two are rivals is really cool. But this design here, I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. So on top of him having these badass fucking kukri knife blades, because that's essentially what they are. They're kukri knives. And those are like his, apparently they're supposed to be his harvesting tools, but like, could you imagine he fucking, like, he just fights with that? Like, no gun, no nothing. He just pulls out these big-ass knives and then, gets to fighting with someone. So he has that knife right there. He comes with a different backpack, but I gave him this one just because I think it looked cooler. So, it's giving me some trouble standing up. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know which one that one goes to, but then, you look at the front and it's like, look at that helmet. That is like a Halo. That's like a Halo helmet. Like, that is like a fucking EVA, like Hermes Spartan helmet. And he's got that design. Like, this looks like some experimental armor that this dude has. So he may become either a bounty hunter, or maybe he'll become, some type of merc or something for Talon, because that's how I see him. I see him as a merc, and he looks fucking dope. He looks dope. He comes with that pistol sculpted in there, but I may eventually just give him a pistol or something like that. Get him a holster and stuff like that for Marauders, but, I wanted to show these figures off before I do anything like that. These two, I think I picked these up the same day. So we have Calamity and we got Dark Bomber, which is the evil version of Bright Bomber. Calamity, come on, man. When you have a fucking outlaw that's 3¾ inch and she's out here looking like a fucking, outlaw or something from Red Dead Redemption, like, come on, man. No, like, I cannot pass that shit up. Like, I got a love for the cowboys too, and the cowgirls, and the outlaws, the bandits. I can't pass that shit up. And then when we go and we look closer at her face, look at this. Look at this sculpting work that they have got. Yeah, let me move this closer. Move this closer here. Try to zoom in here so we can look at her face. Look at that face. That face is... It's wanting to focus on her. Alright, now I'm going to have to move you out the way. You're trying to steal her spotlight, and I don't appreciate that. Look at those. Look at that face. That is fucking beautiful. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are beautiful. They're beautifully painted. There's nothing fucked up about them. The bandana is sculpted. You can see all the wrinkles where her eye or where her nose and her mouth would be. Her hair is just beautifully sculpted, and then you look at the top of the cowboy hat, and it's like, what in the hell? And you look at the bandolier, you look at her arms, her belt buckle, her boots. She's got the spikes on the boots. It's dope, man. Like this is what I mean by this is what I mean. This is what strident means. This is what a lot of reviewers, the smaller reviewers, not the big time reviewers, but the smaller reviewers, when we say, vote with your wallets, we mean it. Like, this is how I vote with my wallet. Like, when I see some dope shit like this, I'm like, this is, you're going home with me. Like, we're going to check out. I'm going to pay for you, and we're going to go home. I'm gonna open you, and we're gonna give you a name. We're gonna give you a background story, and I'm just gonna have you, go on an adventure or some shit. So yeah, it's dope. So I got her at Ross and the Dark Bomber at Ross. But yeah, come on now, a gunslinger, especially in space. I can have her as a fucking outlaw in space. I've been trying to find some people, I was hoping that Fortnite would do more characters like her so that I can have a little gang, a little kind of outlaw gang of them with those, they're called drum guns, but come on now, they're Chicago typewriters, they're Tommy guns, but they can't legally call them Tommy guns. But you know what I mean? Like, look at her. You know what I mean? Like, she looks like she would just go into a place with this Tommy gun like this. She'd be, pulling a stick up. She'd take her loot with the rest of her gang. And, if the police, I don't know, maybe the space police or something tried to get her, maybe she'd be like, she just one-handed and just, you know what I mean? Just, spraying bullets, you know what I mean? Maybe she'll have like a revolver or a shotgun or something else that she would pull out or something like that. So, I mean, it's dope, you know what I mean? Again, it's dope, Now, Dark Bomber. As soon as I saw this figure, I knew I had a character planned out for her. So I bought her. She was only $3 for some reason. She was only $3. I think it's because her package was kind of fucked up, like it was kind of crushed and shit in certain areas. But the figure was fine and everything else was fine. But yeah, I took her home. I popped the head off. I popped the 50th anniversary stiletto bandana on there. I popped the Hell's Fifth vest, one of the extra ones I had, and I popped some extra Marauders magazines on there, and I repainted her arms and I repainted the vest. And yeah, she is now Sombra. She is Sombra. So I gave her Marauder's gun, which she can hold. Surprisingly, what I've discovered with the Fortnite figures is these bigger Marauders guns and stuff like that, the bigger kind of chunkier guns, they can hold really well. So if you have like chunkier guns from like the Final Faction stuff or from Marauders or the Core or something, they can hold those guns really well. And yeah, just look at her face, man. Like, beautiful. Like, she looks beautiful and like deadly at the same time. Kind of like Widowmaker from Overwatch. Like, she looks beautiful, but like deadly as fuck. But like, she's really deadly. Which I do need to sit down and need to review that figure for real. I need to finish that review. But yeah, I mean, just look at her. Like, look at her eyes. Like, just black, just straight black with only white there, and like she looks like just blue, like just that Widowmaker blue, for her skin tone, and the lipstick, and just, man, she is beautiful, but she looks fucking dangerous now, doesn't she? So yeah, she's cool. Again, she's going with Talon. So you'll notice a lot of these characters I've been repurposing and putting them with Talon. So real quick, we're getting down to the final 3 here. So this guy here is Master Key. This is the guy that I was talking about. I found this guy at GameStop. I think maybe I saw him at Walmart maybe once, and I didn't get him. I think I've seen him, but you know what I mean? They kind of all look the same in the store. You know what I mean? You know, when you're just looking real quick, and they all have, you know, either the blue, the purple, the green, the orange kind of cards in there for the packaging. And it's like, it's kind of hard to tell between the two. But I mean, look at this guy. I got him for $5 at GameStop. And this gun is from one of those mythic fish, I think, that are out at like Target and Walmart now. And this is actually Meowscles' gun, is what this is supposed to be, in gold. But I was like, nah. When you got a dude that looks like this, he looks like he would carry around like a gold-plated fucking AK. Like, he looks like he would be like a gang boss. You know, like I don't know, like he'd be leading like a Yakuza type of, you know, group or something like that. And what's cool is you have no idea what the fuck this dude looks like underneath the mask, which is great, because like his neck is covered, his face is covered, his gloves are like gold and black. So yeah, you have no idea what the fuck this dude looks like. So I love it. I love it a lot. And he's got like keys and stuff, and the orange and the black and all that stuff. It's dope. I don't know what his name is yet, but he'll have a name. But he just looks so fucking cool, though. He just looks so dope. And the fact that he can two-hand this gun, now that I cut trigger fingers for him, yeah, he can hold this thing like a champ. So I very much like that. So now we're getting into the final two, and these are the more recent ones, as in I got them today. And I need to give a shout out to Strident again, because I didn't know about these two until Strident showed me. He was talking about them. Him and I kind of talk here and there. And he was sending me pictures of these. He was like, yeah, there's a Red Riding Hood and a Wolf one that I'm looking for, that I'm waiting for it to come out, because you know, it's fucking hilarious that it's got, you know, like he's got a spatula and a fork, and she's got, you know, the axe, and it's like the Big Bad Wolf and Red Riding Hood are teamed up. And I was like, oh fuck, I really like those figures. And then I remember finding them at Target, and I was like, huh, these look kind of cool. But like the $40 though, because you're getting these two, and you're getting a bunch of those little plates and shit so you can build stuff. And I was like, I don't really know, because I'm really more interested in the figures than the building stuff. And so I was like, you know what, let me wait, because maybe they'll put them single carded, or maybe I'll find it cheaper. And I walked into Target today, and I checked the clearance section, and I saw this, and I was like, oh yeah. And I saw it was only $11. I was like, compared to $40, yeah, yoink, as Trident would say, yoink. So yeah, that was a big yup. So yeah, I picked them up, and they're really cool. The wolf is Dire, which I have the McFarlane version, which I also got on clearance. And he's dope. The McFarlane one, he comes with like a shotgun, and his backpack is like a katana or something. But he looks dope in 4-inch scale. Like, I'm sorry. And then the fact that he comes with this fucking spatula and the fork is just, it's funny. Like, that's how he would just go into battle. It's just with a fucking fork and a spatula. It's just funny. So, let me take these out of his hand though real quick. But yeah, look at him. He's got hind legs. He's got the rips on his vest there, which is also this kind of harder kind of rubber, like it's pliable, and you can take that off if you want to, and the sleeves are all ripped because this guy's a werewolf. And like the multiple skins that he has, it shows you that he's a werewolf, so that's why all of his clothes are all ripped up and they're tattered. And he's supposed to be like I don't know, he's supposed to be like the Karate Kid or something like that, where he's got like the headband back there. And let me see if I can grab the I think I have him around here, and I'm gonna see if I do, because I'm pretty sure if I have him, I can grab him real quick and show you. Damn. I don't know where he is right now. I don't know where he is right now. Damn. I was gonna be like, oh, here he is. Let me just show you, but I don't know where he is right now. Oh, here he is. There he is. I found him. So yeah, this is the bigger 7-inch version of Dyer from McFarlane. So yeah, I mean, both versions I had to get because, I mean, look at this fucking design. I mean, it's cooler on the McFarlane one because he has more, you have more room to put in more sculpt and stuff like that, but just look at that. And then he comes with this fucking Spaz 12 shotgun, which is one of my favorite shotguns. And then he came with this, which is his what's it called? His back bling, or his backpack is a katana in the sheath. So I was like, yeah, he's a fucking ninja, and he's got nunchucks back there, right? And then this little smaller version has the nunchucks there too. So I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking ninja that is a werewolf. I was like, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome. And look at the teeth and stuff like that, and the gums. Look at all that. Like, nothing is sloppily done on this guy. Like, had Hasbro tried to do it, they would have fucked this dude up. They would have, like, there would have been, like, missing paint on the teeth, the gums, the red for the gums would have been all up in his nose, and it just would have looked bad. Like, the eyes would have looked all fucked up, and here it doesn't. Like, everything looks good. Even the belt is really nicely painted too. Just like, yep, that is a big yup. Where I'm gonna put him, I don't know. And then we have Red Riding Hood here, which we're gonna wrap up this video with her, because I know it's already a long enough video, but yeah, we'll end it with the best for last. So she's awesome because not only does she have, like, you know, patches and shit on her hood here, but if you want to, you can actually take that hood off, because she has it's on a little peg right there, so you just peg it into her back. So if you don't want her with the hood, there you go. That's what she looks like. She kind of looks like Anna from she kind of looks like Anna from Frozen, like if she had kind of war paint. It's cool, you know, she's got like the wolf's tail right there. She's got like maybe a bag of coins or something. She's got a knife here, which is surprising because Strident's was like all bent up and stuff, and this one that I have here is all straightened out. So that's interesting. But yeah, she came with this little silenced pistol. She came with her axe. She's got the belt. Look how nice that looks too. Look at the belt buckles. Look how nicely that's painted. And then the little details on her her boots here. Or maybe these are like her stockings. Yeah, they look like stockings. And then she's rocking the damn Pilgrim 2s, those Mayflower 5s going on there. But yeah, it all looks really dope, and she looks like a fucking badass, like a cooler version of Red Riding Hood. Like, I don't know, like a twisted version of Red Riding Hood where she's hacking the shit out of people with this axe and this gun. So I don't know, maybe she's on the Witcher type of stuff where they pay her to to fucking kill monsters and stuff. So maybe that's her. Maybe that's her shtick that she's going with there. So yeah, it's really cool. So that is pretty much, you know, my little look, my overview on some of the Fortnite stuff. Um, so yeah, hopefully you guys you know, enjoyed this, got to look at enjoyed looking at some of these, and maybe you were considering getting some of these Fortnite figures, but you know, maybe you just wanted to see, you know, a few different ones for you to want to really be interested in them. And if you're curious to see how they scale or how they look with some other figures, let me pull out Little Red Riding Hood here. So here she is next to a Joy Toy figure. This is this 3-pack. I may need to do a review on this 3-pack. This is the Airborne 3-pack right there. And then here she is next to yours. Hang on a minute. We need to move some people over. So we need to move you over here. We'll move you over here. And then we'll put yours truly right there with an experimental gun that I'm working on doing. So as you can see, she looks really well next to, you know, your Joy Toy stuff and, you know, your Marauder stuff. If you wanted to see her next to a Halo figure, here she is next to one of the Spartans that I have right there. So I mean, you know, they blend in really nicely with your other 118 scale collection that you may have. So anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this review. Again, if you want more like sit down reviews like this where obviously, you know, as they progress they'll definitely get shorter and shorter, but if you want like more sit downs with me where I'm covering you know, wrestling figures, or I'm covering you know, an overview of, you know, certain figures that I don't feel like doing separate reviews for, you know, let me know, you know, just you know, let me know, because it seems like a lot of my subscribers like these 118 scale videos. So maybe that's what I'll start doing a little bit more, and you know, throw in a 1/12 scale video and stuff like that here and there. But anyway, I don't want to make this any more longer than this video already is. So thank you very much again for watching and the ongoing support for the channel. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, this video is going to do it for me. Hopefully this encouraged you guys to go out to Ross and to Target and Walmart safely, since we are still in a pandemic, and check out some of these Fortnite figures. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and Action Figure Addict 112 out.